Question 9. T equals the square root of w over d cubed. Here's the value of w. Here is the value of d. Part A, work out the value of t. Give your answer in standard form correct to 3 significant figures. It is essential for these questions that you have a scientific calculator and that you know how to use it. So I want the square root on a fraction. W is 5.6 times 10 to the minus 5. Now d on the bottom is 1.4 times 10 to the minus 4, but all of it's cubed. So I need to put it in brackets first. 1.4 times 10 to the minus 4. Remember to close the bracket and then cube it. And just check I put the right numbers in. 5 times 6 times 10 to the minus 5, 1.4 times. Yep. So I get an answer of 4,517.539515. Reaching this point picks you up your first mark. Don't forget the question says give your answer in standard form to 3 significant figures. So the 4 is the first significant figure, the 5 is the second, the 1 would be the third, and we just need to make sure we know that the 7 rounds it up. So it's 4.52 times 10. The decimal point I've put between the 4 and the 5, it needs to move 3 spaces to get back to where it was. 4.52 times 10 to the 3. And I have my second mark. On to part B. Part B, W is increased by 10%, D is increased by 5%. Lottie says the value of T will increase because both W and D are increased. Lottie is wrong, explain why. I've copied down the information from part A so I can use the space better. And there's a couple of ways of doing this. The best way is to actually work out the new value of T and see how it compares to the old value of T. That will be the clearest and easiest way to do it. So let's have a look. W is increased by 10%. So here's my value of W copied from part 1, and I'm going to times it by 1.10, 1.1 to increase it by 10%. So I'm going to have 5.6 times 10 to the minus 5 multiplied by 1.1, which will increase it by 10%. And I now get my new value of W, which is 6.16 times 10 to the minus 5. D is increased by 5%. So to increase by 5%, I need to times by 1.05. And this time I'll get 1.4 times 10 to the minus 4 times 1.05, and that gives me 1.47 times 10 to the minus 4. So here are the two new values for W and D, and I've got my first mark. To now get the new value of T, if I just put T new, I just have to redo part A with the different numbers. So it's going to be the square root of 6.16 times 10 to the minus 5, and on the bottom 1.47 times 10 to the minus 4. It's really important you know how to use your own calculator. And that is cubed. And the new value of t is 4,403.665816. Because the old value of t was in standard form, I'll put this in standard form as well. So we're going to have 4.40 times 10 to the 3. And clearly 4.4 is less than 4.52. It's worth writing a sentence. 4.40 times 10 to the power 3 is less than 4.52 times 10 cubed, and I have my second mark. There is a quicker way. It is more complicated, but I'll show it to you. W is increased by 10%. So to increase something by 10%, I multiply by 1.10. D is increased by 5%. So I multiply by 1.05. D is cubed. W divided by D cubed, and I need to take the square root of that. If I do this sum here on my calculator now, square root 1.1 over 1.05 cubed, that comes in at 0.97. That means this has an effect of multiplying the previous answer by 0.97. Because it is lower than 1, the new value will go down. If it had been bigger than 1, it would have gone up. If it had been 1, it would have stayed the same. I've still got the number in my calculator. You'll need the whole number for this to work. But if I take that number, because I've just rounded it, and multiply it by the first number of t, 4.52 times 10 cubed, you can see it gets very close to the number I did get. It would have been 4.41 times 10 cubed. The reason why there's a slight difference is because we've rounded the values of t to 3 significant figures, but I hope you can see the method that has been used here.